Assalamu alaikum. I'm an American who converted to Islam, here to correct what you think you know. This is part 2 of evidence that the Old Testament actually supports the Islamic belief that Ishmael and Abraham built the Kaaba in Mecca. Today we're going to use evidences from the entirety of the book of Isaiah. Starting with Isaiah chapter 1, verse 2, this describes how the society of Israel had turned away from God and is full of bloodshed and corruption and moral decay. He warns them of replacement and judgment, and it is a direct exclamation that they have broken the covenant. Isaiah begins by condemning the Israelites, not praising them. He calls them a sinful nation, offspring of evildoers, and utterly estranged. Then when you look at Isaiah 1:7, it talks about political collapse, foreign domination, and loss of protection. It warns again of judgment and replacement due to covenant failure. And then in 121, Isaiah is literally rebuking Israel/Jerusalem. The overall message of the first big chunk of Isaiah is Israel's failure, God's judgment, and God raising others who will listen to and honor him. Then Isaiah 30, verse 9 says, "For they are rebellious people, lying children, children unwilling to hear the instruction of the Lord." This is again referring to the Israelites. This verse sets up God's work to move beyond the corrupt people to others who will respect and honor him. So let's keep going. Isaiah 42:1 describes the new prophet/servant to come from outside of the Israelite people. "Behold my servant, when I uphold my chosen, in whom my soul delights, I put my spirit upon him. He will bring forth justice to the nations." So let's look at this line by line. Behold my servant is someone handpicked by God, whom I uphold, my chosen. This is a prophetic role, not divine status. In whom my soul delights. This is moral approval, obedience, and aligning with God's will. I have put my spirit upon him. Does not mean incarnation. The spirit is given, but it is not God. He will bring forth justice to the nations. This is very specifically not limited to Israel and is not a local reform, but a global mission. Just a fun fact for those who didn't know, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is called Al-Mustafa in Arabic, and that means the chosen in English. Anyway, let's get back to it. Isaiah 42:4. "He will not grow faint or be discouraged until he has established justice on earth. The coastlands wait for his law." So again, this cannot be Israel for several reasons. It implies a worldwide mission and something new being brought. The Israelites already had the Torah, so this is a new message. Isaiah 2 verse 3 says, "The Torah flows from Zion." Isaiah 42:4 does not. That is a very deliberate distinction. So if we align the Quran and the Hadith, everything aligns perfectly, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to just stick with the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 42:8, God mentions idols being given praise before his new servant comes, which is exactly what was happening in Quraysh, which is Kedar. And again, this was not happening in Jerusalem. This verse calls for pure monotheism, not Trinity or Trinitarian belief. In fact, the verse is a very clear boundary that whatever happens next, glory is given to God alone. And then Isaiah 42:10, "Sing to the Lord a new song, his praise from the ends of the earth." New song means new divine action. And from the ends of the earth is a public global praise, not confined to one specific region or building. There is no mention of Zion or Jerusalem. And then we get to 42:11, which I did mention in the first video, but we'll do it again. "Let the wilderness and its cities lift up their voices, the villages that Kedar inhabits. Let the inhabitants of Salah sing for joy. Let them shout from the tops of the mountains." This is a public, loud proclamation coming from the Ishmaelite Arabs, aka Kedar, in the wilderness and the mountains. This practice does not occur with modern-day Judaism or Christianity, but it does occur in Islam. In the modern-day Arabian wilderness, the descendants of Kedar hear a call to prayer proclaimed loudly from high places. And this call to prayer occurs all around the world, calling people to pure monotheism, aka worshiping one God and God alone. And then if you look at Hajj, aka the pilgrimage, millions of pilgrims chant/sing together the Talbiyah, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, over and over. You can hear it from outside the Kaaba. And again, this is occurring in the wilderness of Arabia among the descendants of Ishmael next to the mountains. So despite the attempts of other faiths to tie Becca to Jerusalem, it simply does not add up. Thank you so much for sticking with me this long, and if you could please do me one more favor and click the Go Live link at the bottom of this video, I would really appreciate it, and follow me for more Islamic content.